Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Guess what? It's February now, which means it's almost one of my favorite holidays. Now, I know this might be a little bit of an unpopular opinion because a lot of people do not like Valentine's Day, but it's one of my favorite holidays for one reason and one reason only, and that reason is chocolate. I love Valentine's Day because I usually make lots of chocolate things, sometimes to sell and sometimes to eat. I love making these chocolate boxes and also molded chocolates, and I love to decorate them. But today I'm going to show you how to make some chocolates that are great for anybody to make. They're these small little molded square chocolates wrapped in colorful foils with cute little wrappers on them. They are simple and easy to make, but allow you to use your own creativity, and they're super festive. You can use them for basically any holiday. All you need to do is change the wrappers and the colors of the foil. What adds to the fun of these chocolates is actually what they look like inside of the wrapper. I'll show you how to pipe designs on them and personalize each one. And these are a great activity for anyone, and kids especially love helping out with making these chocolates. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. All right, so to make these chocolates, you're going to need some square chocolate molds that look like this. They're about 1 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch. I'll link it below in case you just want to order it. You'll also need some chocolate. You definitely want some colored chocolate. I'm going to be using white, red, and pink for Valentine's Day. And then some dark chocolate, that'll be the main flavor. You can also use milk chocolate or white chocolate. You'll need some parchment paper piping bags. If you need to learn how to make these, just click on the card above. And you'll want some fillings to sprinkle into your chocolates. I'm going to be using Pop Rocks, which are a really fun surprise. And I'm going to be using some dried cranberries and almonds. Those kind of make the chocolates taste like a Cadbury fruit and nut, which is delicious. And then you'll want some colored foils. I have a lot. I've got silver, red, I have purple, dark pink, light pink, and oh, this one with the little hearts. Very cute. I will also link these down below. And then you'll need some paper wrappers, which I have created for you in a PDF, which you can easily download by clicking the link in the description box. And then you'll just cut them up to prepare, and then some glue sticks to glue them on. So let's get started. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is clean your molds. If they're brand new, rinse them with hot water and soap, and then let them dry or help them dry with a paper towel. If you've used them before, you'll notice you might have some leftover cocoa butter from the last time, which is normal. It's hard to get off. So you'll take cheesecloth like this and give each slot a nice scrub. This is an easy way to do it, is lay it flat on the counter and just kind of go around each edge and then down the middle. Now you'll want to melt all of your colored chocolates and then put them into parchment paper piping bags because we're going to be using them for the decorating. And now it's time for the fun part, which is piping on your chocolate decorations. And you can start really simple with this. You could try just doing polka dots or go a little bit more abstract and do chocolate stripes with different colors. And once you've got it down, you can start doing things that are a little more tricky, like piping words. But remember, you're going to have to pipe them backwards. But one that's easy to start with is just writing XOXO because those letters are symmetrical. But anyway, I'll just show you a bunch of the designs I've come up with, and you can see which ones you like and come up with your own as well. Now, when you finish one tray, just set it aside and you're going to let it set up to room temperature. We're not going to put any of these into the fridge yet because actually if you put the little pipe decorations in the fridge, they might actually pop off the mold before you're able to get the chocolate into the mold. Okay, now once your molds are all decorated, you're going to fill them with chocolate. For this one, I decorated some with just pink and red because I'm going to do those white chocolate, and then the rest I'm going to do dark. And for this tray, I'm just going to do plain chocolates and no filling. So we'll start with the white. Make sure your chocolate's dry. I'm just using a spoon because I actually find it easier. I'm going to first put a little bit in, push it to the corners, and then I'm going to tap it just enough that it lays flat. And with these, you don't want to mess with them too much once you get the chocolate in, and you don't want the chocolate to be too hot either because it can actually melt your little decorations and blend them, which isn't the worst thing in the world. They still look good. And then you'll do the exact same thing with the dark chocolate or whatever chocolate you're using. And now you'll just take your chocolate tray and put it in the freezer until they're all set up. And once your chocolate's all set up, you'll just flip the mold over twerk it, not twerk it. What am I looking for? Tweak? I don't know. This, what is this called? I know this has a name. Anyway, you're going to bend the mold until they pop out. If you need to, you can give a little push with your thumb. And there's your chocolates. Very festive and cute. Now, you'll just set them aside and we'll wrap them later. I'm going to keep all the flavors in a different corner so that I can remember. I mean, these ones are easy. White chocolate, dark chocolate. And now I'll set these aside and I'll show you how to fill these ones with the flavors inside. So I have some chopped up craisins and some chopped up almonds, and we're going to do these ones first. So to do this, I'm going to grab my dark chocolate and I'm going to put a little less than I did in the other ones because I don't want to fill it all the way to the top. I want to leave some space for the filling, and then if we need more chocolate, we'll add it on after. So I'm just going to make sure I get it in the corners. You'll do the same tap to make sure it's smooth on the bottom, and I'm going to wipe that off. And I'm going to fill all of them about halfway up, and then I'll put the filling in. Okay, and before these ones fully set up, I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of toppings into them. And these aren't going to be smooth on the top, but it doesn't matter because we're going to wrap them up. The reason I let them set up a little bit is because I don't want them falling all the way to the bottom and ruining our design. So if you let them set up just a little bit, they don't go all the way to the bottom, and basically they just squish into the top a little bit. And to finish them off, I'm just going to put one more tiny drop of chocolate on the top, just to kind of cover the exposed fillings, and then give it a tap so that it goes into some of the last little corners that aren't completely full of chocolate. Okay, last thing, make sure the edges are mostly clean, like this. All right, then just stick them in the freezer till they're set up. You guys, I thought of the word I was looking for earlier. It was torque, okay? Do not twerk on the mold, but you can torque the mold because look, it helps them pop out really easy. So now I'm going to put these in their own little corner as well, so I can remember what flavor they are. So I've got my Pop Rocks here and my chocolate, and I'm going to repeat these steps one more time with my last tray, except the only difference is with this one, with the Pop Rocks, because they're a smaller filling, I don't need to like try to wait for them to set up so they don't fall to the bottom. Yeah, because they're thinner, I'm just going to sprinkle them on top and tap them down a little bit so they're a little smoother, but I'm going to leave them exposed in the back, like this. And then clean the edge. And I'm just going to do it all like that. All right, so the next step is to wrap all the chocolates in foil. I have a couple different designs. I have 4 different designs and lots of different foil colors, but I've organized them based upon the flavor so that when we eat them, we'll know what we're getting. I'm doing the dark chocolate in this cute silver and pink, yeah, pink heart pattern. And I'll do the white in the silver wrapper, and then I have these rose wrappers. Then I have some lips and some hearts, and I'll do those in pink, and that will be the cranberry almond. And then for the pop rocks, I'll use red, and I'm going to use these cute XO and heart wrappers and these other heart wrappers. So to fold them, you're just going to grab your chocolate and place it in the center and fold it like this. And you'll want to try to work quickly so that you don't melt your chocolate as you do this. And then you're going to glue the paper wrappers on. You'll need a glue stick, and you'll just grab your paper wrapper and put some glue on one end like this, and then take this. You'll want to wrap it perpendicular to the triangles that you made. So center it on the front, and then you'll wrap the side that doesn't have glue and then the side that does have glue. Pinch it together, and it's all done. Well, I hope you try out these cute little chocolates. If you do, I'd love to see pictures of your creations. You can tag me on Instagram or send me a message at Brittnee K Bakes. If you found this video helpful, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, today's the day. And if you'd like to learn more chocolate things, go ahead and click on one of these thumbnails. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in 1 week. Bye!